How to make her chase you as if her life depends on it. It sounds exaggerated, I know, but if you understand what I'm about to break down for you, you'll realize it's not magic, not luck, not some alpha fake persona. It's psychology, it's structure, it's how human beings attach. And once you see it clearly, you'll stop begging for attention and start becoming the man she invests in, without even fully understanding why. I need to warn you before we start. What I'm going to share with you isn't basic. This is not beginner level, just be confident advice. It requires awareness, restraint, and self-control. Most men will never apply this because it demands that you stop chasing and start trusting your value. If you're willing to do that, keep listening. The core rule: let her conclude. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: don't convince her, let her conclude. Your job is not to push her into liking you. Your job is to create the conditions where her own mind decides, I want him. I choose him. I don't want to lose this. The second you move from being to convincing, you lose your position. When you explain your worth, you confess doubt. When you argue why you're a good guy, you signal insecurity. When you try to persuade her you're different, you silently admit you don't believe she can see it on her own. Convincing is begging with better vocabulary. Women are incredibly sensitive to this, not because they're magical, but because from a young age they've been trained by experience to detect intention. Does he want something from me? Is he trying to sell me an image? Is he truly grounded, or trying to appear grounded? So here's the brutal truth. The moment you start campaigning for her approval, your value collapses in her eyes. You think you're demonstrating confidence. She sees need, and need repels. Attraction grows through self-discovery, not your sales. Pitch: attraction is not logical, it's emotional. But more specifically, it is self-generated. A woman becomes deeply attracted to you when she feels, I chose this. I discovered this in him. I saw something no one else did. She doesn't fall for your speech. She falls for her own realization. Feelings that she reaches on her own are 10 times stronger than feelings you push on her. The human brain defends what it creates. If you tell her you're confident, she'll test it. If she decides you're confident through her own observations, she'll defend that idea against anyone who doubts it. That's the difference between mild interest and obsession. Let me give you a story. The moment it flipped. Years ago, I was dealing with a girl who loved to test men. She would challenge my ideas, mock my calmness, throw small jabs to see if I'd crack, try to pull me into emotional arguments. One night she said, "Why do you always act like you don't care what people think?" Most guys would start explaining, "Well, you know, I've been through a lot. I just learned to be confident. I don't care about judgment." I just looked at her and said, "You seem obsessed with figuring me out." Silence. She stared at me, smirked, then laughed. That was the moment it flipped. I didn't explain I was confident. I didn't sell her on my mindset. I simply reflected reality back to her. You're investing energy into understanding me. Her brain connected the dots itself. If I'm this curious, he must be different. If he's not trying to impress me, he must not need my approval. If he's not shaken by my tests, he must be stable. She reached the conclusion. I didn't force it. That's the game. You never tell her who you are. You behave in ways that make it obvious, and let her name it. Don't say, "I'm not like other guys." Let her feel that when her usual manipulations or games don't work. Don't say, "I'm confident." Let her feel it when you sit in silence instead of over-explaining yourself. Don't say, "I'm high value." Let her feel it when you walk away quietly the moment she crosses your standards. Let her brain do the work. Let her be the one who thinks, "This man is different. I know it. I feel it." Because once she concludes it, her ego will fight to protect that conclusion. That's where real chasing begins. Self-generated desire, why her effort, matters more than your effort. You must understand this concept deeply. The more she works for your attention, the more she values it. That's not a trick, that's human nature. We value what we invest in. If she texts first, waits, speculates. If she replays your conversations, if she's wondering why you didn't reply instantly, if she tries to decode your silence, she's not just being emotional, she's building emotional equity inside herself. Every unanswered question, every moment of curiosity, every small discomfort, these are micro investments. And here's the key. Once she is invested emotionally, her mind defends that investment. That's why some women fight for men who aren't even that special, because they already poured so much energy into them. You don't create obsession by pushing yourself into her life. You create it by giving her just enough access to get emotionally involved, and then not rushing in to fix every uncertainty. You control the rhythm. When she leans in, you don't smother her. When she pulls back, you don't chase with panic. When she demands clarity too early, you don't deliver your soul on a plate. You give space for her brain to work, because if she cannot stop thinking, she cannot stop wanting. From convincer to trigger. Now, let's make this practical. There are two types of men in every woman's story. The convincer, the trigger. The convincer is the one most men become. The trigger is the one she can't forget. The convincer. The convincer talks a lot about himself, explains his values, plans, loyalty, kindness, constantly tries to show he's different from other guys, answers every question in full detail, gives non-stop clarity, non-stop reassurance. None of that is evil. The problem is energy. Every sentence carries a subtle underlying message. Please trust me. Please pick me. Please believe I'm worthy. He creates mental clarity, but emotional flatness. Once she gets him, she files him. Label, nice guy. Case closed. And the brain doesn't obsess over what it fully understands. The trigger. The trigger is different. He doesn't make her feel safe by over-explaining. He makes her feel alive by being real. He is calm, observant, playful when it makes sense, silent when it makes sense, slightly ambiguous but never fake. He's not trying to impress. He's allowing her to react. He doesn't say, I'm interesting, I'm deep, I'm loyal. He acts in ways that force her to experience that. She sees him hold his ground when challenged. She sees him stay calm when others explode. She sees him walk away from drama without a speech. She sees him keep his word without bragging about it. Now her brain goes, who is this? Why is he like this? What's his story? The trigger creates curiosity. The convincer creates explanation. Curiosity is what keeps her up at night. Layer 1. Emotional ambiguity, warm but unclear. This is where the skill starts. Most men are either too cold, distant, numb, robotic, too warm, overly available, overly expressive, overly eager. You want the middle, warm enough to be inviting, unclear enough to be intriguing. You're not ignoring her. You're not pretending not to care. You're just not broadcasting everything you think and feel. How this looks in practice. You talk slightly slower than she does, not rushed. You hold eye contact a second longer than is safe. Then look away calmly. Your body is relaxed, not jittery and not stiff. You respond to what she says with presence, not scripted lines. When she tries to label you, you're cocky. You're trouble. You're so calm, it's weird. Most guys. Me? No, I'm actually really humble. Or no, I'm just shy. You. Maybe. You'll figure it out. Simple, clean, unresolved. She has to keep reading, instead of flat validation like, you're beautiful. I really like you. You say things like, you're interesting. I still don't know exactly what kind of problem you are yet. You have a very specific type of energy. I don't trust it yet. That doesn't put her down. It challenges her identity in a playful way. You are not stating your feelings. You're stating your standards. You're saying, I see you, but I'm still evaluating where you fit in my life. That's emotional. Ambiguity. You're not cold. You're selective. And selectivity is irresistibly attractive. Layer 2. Emotional anchors. Tie yourself to a feeling, then exit. If you want her to think of you when you're not there, don't focus on your words. Focus on the state she was in when she was with you. People don't remember conversations, they remember how they felt. So your job in any interaction is simple. Create a good emotional state. Anchor it to your presence. Leave while the state is still high. That doesn't mean storm out mid-laugh for no reason. It means don't drag the interaction until it gets boring. Don't stay on the phone until the energy dies. Don't text all day until both of you are drained. Leave before saturation. You can mark that emotional state with light, memorable phrases. See what happens when you tune into me. Careful, this energy gets addictive. We're trouble in the same direction. You're not brainwashing her. You're tagging the experience. Later, when she feels similar energy, laughs at something, hears a similar joke, experiences similar tension, your name pops back up because the brain links emotion to source. And if you leave while the moment is still alive, you freeze frame yourself in that state in her memory. Presence matters. Exit timing matters more. Layer 3. The absence loop. Let her mind finish the story. Here's something you need to understand. The brain is obsessed with unfinished. Unfinished stories. Unfinished tension. Unfinished conversations. Psychology calls this the Zeigarnik effect. Unfinished experiences occupy more mental space than finished ones. You use this not by creating drama, but by not over-completing everything. You don't explain every motive. You don't reply instantly every time. You don't stay in every conversation until it dies. You create a moment, then you let it breathe. You end the call while energy is still high. Leave the meetup before it gets stale. Say, we'll talk about this next time, and actually stop. It's not about ghosting. It's about refusing to overstay. The result? Her mind loops back. What was he about to say? What did he mean by that look? Why did he leave then? Does he actually like me or not? Those loops are where attraction grows. But there's a key rule. Distance only works if your presence is valuable. If you're boring when you're there, your absence is a relief. If you're alive, grounded, present when you're there, your absence is a vacuum. A vacuum nature instinctively wants to fill. You're not manipulating her, you're letting nature work. I want you to understand this clearly. If you use any of this from a place of fear, insecurity, or ego, it becomes manipulation and it will backfire. If you use it from a place of grounded self-respect, it becomes natural. You are not love bombing, then disappearing. Playing, hot and cold to make her anxious. Toying with someone's emotions to feel powerful. You are simply not begging, not over-explaining, not oversharing, not over-supplying your attention, not rushing into full emotional exposure. You're letting her brain do what it's designed to do. Look for patterns, fill in gaps, attach meaning, justify investment, and then when she starts legitimately investing, you reward genuine effort, you show appreciation, you connect deeper, because this isn't about breaking women, it's about breaking your own neediness. What to do? Next time. You're with a woman. Next time you interact with a woman you're attracted to, do this. Don't perform. Don't campaign for approval. Don't explain your worth. Instead, stay calm, speak slower, breathe deeper, let silences exist, be slightly ambiguous. Answer, but don't over-explain. Let her read you over time. Ask one real question, something about who she is, not just what she does. Create one emotional high. Shared laugh, shared tension, shared moment of depth. Exit before it fades. End the call, or leave the spot while it still feels alive. Then leave her alone. No essay. No, did you get home safe? 5 times. No, what did you think of me? Let her brain move. Let her curiosity work. Let her feelings rise on their own. Because when she starts to chase, messaging first, asking when she'll see you, trying to read your behaviour, it won't be because you forced it. It'll be because her mind, her ego, her emotions collectively decided, I want him. I chose this. I can't let this go. That's how you make her chase, not like a slave to your game, but like a woman who genuinely feels, this man is rare. I won't find this twice. And the most powerful part, you didn't convince her. Her own mind did all the heavy lifting.